Hi, this is Carolyn, and I'm here with Erin, and this is part 2 of our episode with Aileen discussing why captaining is so hard. Both Erin and Aileen have captained teams for more than a decade. If you haven't listened to part 1, we hope you go back and listen, but here's part 2.
Let's talk about flipping courts a little bit. And everybody calls this different. What was the other term, Carolyn, that someone used? Not rolling.
Yeah,
Rolling?
Are you going to roll courts?
Rolling courts? I don't even know what that means, but that sounds like bowling or, bocce to me or something. But anyway, we call it flipping.
Yes, because she said, did you roll?
Yes.
Are they going to roll on you? Yeah.
We call it flipping. So I was asking Aileen before we started recording, as a captain, if you're going into a match, so at our 4-0 level and at 3-5, I think everything except 2-5, I think 2-5 plays 3 courts only. So they play one singles and 2, at least in our area. I don't know about every area. In our area, 2-5s play 1 court of singles, 2 courts of doubles, and everything above that plays 5 courts. So 2 court with a caveat, 2 courts of singles and 3 courts of doubles, except for now the 40 over, which is only 1 singles. Nonetheless, do you quote flip? Would you consider flipping, like if you have a really strong singles player and maybe a weaker one, would you maybe flip those 2 courts and put your stronger one on, let's say singles 2, hoping that the team you're playing against is playing straight up to win a singles court, to kind of guarantee, nothing's guaranteed, but to hopefully win a singles court, and then maybe, flip your doubles courts to just try to get 2 of your doubles courts so that you get 3 out of the 5. And I know other areas count points. I don't think they do it exactly like us. We're literally just win the majority of the courts, right? So we have to win 3 out of 5 courts each week for a team win. So what's your philosophy on doing that?
For the most part, I play straight up. And the reason being, I feel like it would be that one time that they decided to switch for some reason. Because odds are, if they're scared of us, we're scared of them, kind of thing. Or it's getting tight, in the rankings and it comes down to this match or for whatever reason. Having said that, I do, especially for playoffs and things like that, I will look at every team and I will put every person and what court they played and when. And I think that happened this last spring for playoffs. Or no, we didn't make playoffs. For some team I captained that made it to playoffs at some point this last year. I went through there and did that. And it's like, yes. And somebody was telling me, you need to switch, you need to flip, you need to flip. And I'm like, yeah, but look, they flipped this time. They flipped that. Honestly, and when playoffs come, people could do things that they've never done before. So I think if you just play straight up, then your conscience is clear. Yeah. And not only that, but sometimes there's a big disparity in my 1 and my 2. Or my 1 and my 3 on doubles courts. And I don't want anybody to feel like I'm throwing them under the bus.
Yes.
Now, having said that, if it is a tight match and I had a team that realized they were a weaker team and came to me and said, this is what I think you should do, put us there, then I would probably do that.
Right.
But I think it would have to come to them. And I've heard of that done to other captains, and things like that on teams I've been on. People have come up and said, I think you need to switch.
Aileen and I also talked about if you, there are some, so what you have to think of as a captain there are some players that just mentally don't want to be on certain courts, right? Yes. Some players think they're really good and they get mad if you put them on 3. Some people think they're really bad, and if you put them on 1, they just mentally break down. And you might think they're a court 1 doubles player, or, whatever. So you have to, again, as a captain, you have to constantly also think about people's mentality and what they think of their own play and where they feel like they should be. And I'm sure you've had people say, just don't put me on 1.
Yeah. All the time.
And they might be like your best player. So anyway, that is a really good point. I am one of those people, Carolyn, that likes to play on 1 because number 1, I feel like I'm going to get the best tennis, whether I win or lose. I'm going to get, if someone's playing straight up, you're probably going to face your opponent's toughest players. And 2, it takes the pressure off me because I think if I win my court, yay me. And if I lose my court, I'm like, well, I just played the best person. So y'all need to clean it up on the rest of the court. So.
And people don't realize their strengths necessarily.
Oh, okay. I have a quick question. What's your number 1 pet peeve as a captain from a player's perspective, just so that I know? What's your number 1 pet peeve that people do? Is it not responding? Is it telling you after the fact how you should have done the lineup?
I have one for this.
You go.
It's saying, and when you're in a group or something, oh, we really want to play together. We really want to play together. And then getting the text or the call right afterwards. Okay, I know I said that, but I'd rather not play with her. I'd rather play with somebody else.
Again.
Multiple times.
Again.
Different people. Multiple times.
Doesn't happen in men's tennis.
No.
Oh, I don't know. What would be my biggest pet peeve? I think just feeling like when I have made lineups and thought them all through and people give me their availability and then I put out a lineup and then they go, oh no, I'm not available that day. And I'm like,
yes.
And that happens more in makeup matches. Regular season is like, but you'll get, if you do a makeup match, let's say, you get a rain out and then you say, okay, give me 3 or 4 dates that I can then go to the other team. And then you take half of your day, it seems like 4 hours out of your day or something, you're working with the other captain and you've scheduled the match and then you go back to your team and you're like, okay, you're playing, these 2 players at this location on this day. And then someone goes, oh, I can't actually play that day. I'm like, I feel like I'm being punked. Like my head literally like emoji explodes. So that is definitely my number one.
But having said that on that, which that's a whole nother podcast in itself, is dealing with rain makeups.
Yes.
But, sometimes it takes a long time. It's like, okay, you've got your lineup. You think you can play these courts and you go to the other team and you tell them and then it's crickets for a little while. And 24 hours later, you hear from them. And by that time, it's rained for 3 days straight. So another team that this person's playing on has already booked a match. And so now you're out. It's kind of like, okay, you got to take it off, but you don't know. It's tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why captaining sucks.
Yeah. That part's tough.
Yep.
Checking courts. You do the best you can.
Exactly. We do the best we can.
For the pay grade.
Thank you to all the captains out there. Listening to Erin and Aileen discuss this has made me very appreciative for all my captains. If any other captains listening have any other pet peeves, please let us know. You can message us on our website, which is secondservepodcast.com. Thanks so much for listening and hope to see you on the courts soon.